Hi, and welcome to another edition of HubRunner TV, where we're on the move in the hub. I'm here with two fantastic guests today with great stories to tell. This is Jonna Green and Rich Gingras from Parkinson's Place, and they're going to tell us a little bit about charity running and also starting your own charity, which is a rare feat in running here in the hub. And we're going to talk to them about that, and then we're going to show a little bit of a video on running trails in the fells, the Middlesex Fells north of the hub. So we got a great show for you today. Let's start right off with our guests. Jonna and Rich, thank you so much for being on the show today. It's great to have you. Yeah.
Thanks for having us, Seth.
All right. So, Rich, you are the founder of Parkinson's Place. Is that right?
That is correct.
All right. Can you tell us a little bit about, first, just what is Parkinson's, in case anyone doesn't know, and then tell us what is Parkinson's Place.
So it's a neurological disorder, and it's a deficiency of dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter that just sends the signal from the brain to the body and movement. Well, the disease destroys the cells that produce this dopamine neurotransmitter, and that's where the problem comes in. Mm-hmm. Typically, they're given medication. They have to be careful and stay at home. So that's where I come into play.
All right, great. So what does Parkinson's Place do?
So the Parkinson's Place, it started with the program called the Rock City Boxing Program, and that's an affiliate program. They have one in many different areas. I think there's one here in Boston. It helps people with Parkinson's. What the Parkinson's Place is, it's another step forward beyond that. So the class is more about maintaining the quality of life and stopping the progression. But I wanted to add the therapy portion as well, whether it be the voice therapy, occupational, or physical. So not only stop the progression, but maybe even theoretically, kind of back it up a little bit.
Sure, absolutely. And Jonna, so you are volunteering for Parkinson's Place.
Yes.
And this is a great story because there are so many charity runners in the hub, especially at this time of year. Right now it's March, and people are training for the Boston Marathon for all sorts of charities. But your story is really interesting because you went ahead and started your own charity.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So I ran my first marathon last year and decided this year that I really wanted to run a marathon for charity. And as you said, there's a lot of charities in Boston and they're pretty competitive. So I was kind of checking out that scene and finding I didn't find something that quite fit with my goals. And then I started to think more about my friends Rich and Alyssa down at Parkinson's Place in Providence, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool to run the Providence Marathon? And then I thought about the work they did and said, I could do this. And I really like the fact that they're small and they're new and they're starting out. So this kind of fundraising will make a real difference. I feel like every dollar we make, I feel like it really has a potential to change stuff for the members. So
absolutely,
it's been really cool to kind of do something and help. I see Rich and Alyssa and how passionate they are about the members they work with, and to get to help them make their dreams and the members' dreams come true and really change things. It's really special.
Wow, that's fantastic. So when you're starting a charity, which is amazing, you probably have two angles to work. One is probably getting with the people who are at the charity to get them to say, hey, I want to do a team with you. And then you also have to recruit runners so that there's a team. So tell us about working those angles, or if there's something else that I didn't mention to get the team started. Tell us about that too.
So this is the thing that's been really cool and that I really like about our team is, so I was telling Seth, right now we have 15 runners. We have 4 people doing the marathon and 11 people doing the half marathon. And it's really this great compilation of, we've got some of the runners that I know from my running club. I have some friends that I just know personally. We've got some people that are affiliated with Parkinson's Place. We've got one of my coworkers. It's just kind of people every time I start talking about Parkinson's Place, they love it and they want to help. I think one thing that is really exciting that we have as our newest addition to our team is one of the members at Parkinson's Place is going to do the half marathon. So we're really excited about that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So this person at Parkinson's Place is going to benefit from actually doing the race, which is incredible. Rich, how else will the people at Parkinson's Place benefit from the team that John has put together?
Well, like she was saying, I think to run a marathon is very hard. I've always been intrigued to try and do it. I'm not ready for it right now, so I really, I applaud her for that and all these people training for it. But I know that you have to some kind of emotional investment to go through some kind of hard training like that. I've known that from being a professional boxer, and you need to be emotionally invested and motivated. And this has a direct, tangible evidence as to the people that she's helping, because she can see it. And she can see these people. It's going to help every single aspect of their life, even when they walk in the door, whether it be a flower on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's really that simple.
Oh, that's great.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any upcoming new programs, or what are the big programs that Jonna's fundraising and her team's fundraising is going to support?
So right now we're growing we just opened December 3rd. So we're waiting on our license so we can start performing the therapies, voice therapy, things like that. The things that are kind of overlooked. But we're introducing yoga and Tai Chi, and it's really hard to kind of find somebody that's experienced in that field with that demographic of human beings with people with movement disorders and stuff. So it's a little challenge. So this kind of fundraising really helps with those things and really hand selecting the finest of that field for our people, so they can get the best treatment possible.
Yes.
You know?
I think a really interesting point in thinking about the movement and kind of a movement disorder, one of the members brought this up to me, and it really hit home. So I think anyone in the Boston area that's training for the Boston or any other marathon knows long runs the past couple weeks have been cold.
It's really cold.
And brutal. And I kind of posted something on Facebook and said, I went out and did my run, even though it was awful. It hurt. I was stiff. I was sore. I was tired. And one of the members reached out to me and said, something to think about is that's how people with Parkinson's feel every day. Their muscles are stiff. They don't move the way they want them to. They're not as fast as they want to be. They have some cognitive deficits. I think these are all things we feel as runners when we're doing these long runs and everything hurts and you just can't quite be as fast or as limber as you want to be. So it really, I've been kind of thinking about that a lot on my long runs, that this is something I choose to do.
Right.
The members at Parkinson's Place don't have a choice in what their disease does to them, but we can help them fight back against this. So it was a really cool perspective to put on these long runs.
She really gets it. She really gets it. That means more than I can even explain. And she's the member that she's talking about. His name is Michael Quaglia, and he's actually the member that walked through the door about 3.5 years ago with Parkinson's, and I had no idea really anything about Parkinson's other than Muhammad Ali and Michael J. Fox, and he just walked in. He was looking for help one day, and I just wanted to help another person, humanity, and that's how it all started.
That's fantastic. Wow. And I think, John, it's such a great point. And I saw that post, and it was really, I could have liked it 5 times. But it really showed, this is how we build understanding with patients and understanding through each other in the world, is that, the more we run and train in the cold, you get to know a little bit about what these patients' lives are like. And then some of the patients, too, one of them's actually running. Yeah. So, in some ways, they get to know.
That's Michael. That's
Michael. That's Mike. That's going to run with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. He's an amazing human being. He really is.
Absolutely. Wow. So he's running the half, right?
Yep.
Will this be his first half marathon?
Yeah.
All right.
Just the fact that he's even attempting it is unbelievable. Mm-hmm. And that alone is a therapy for him. He's moving forward towards a goal that's not only emotionally motivating, and it grows his strength within his soul, but it's also going to improve his motor functions. It's unbelievable. It's a win-win no matter what.
Absolutely.
And the awareness is being spread. Judgment comes from lack of knowledge, and it's really hard to understand somebody unless you really speak to them, and she's giving them a voice. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's really great. I think we're really enjoying the team. We just got our jerseys in the last 2 weeks ago. I think we got them. So we've been starting to run our training runs. I'm getting, snaps and pictures and posts from all the members of our team saying, I was repping Parkinson's Place at the gym tonight. I wore it out on my long run. I get all these messages. So it's really cool to kind of feel us coming together as a team. And it's been something that's been pretty cool to be part of. A family, yeah.
A family.
Yeah, I can imagine if you have have your own small team that is going to have a great family feel to it. And so many great charity teams around the Hub have that family feel, but it definitely takes a good captain, a good leader to get that going. So congratulations to you.
Thanks.
And speaking of which, so last question for the night is that there's a lot of people out there who are probably thinking about running for charity. Maybe they did it once and they're looking for a new charity, or they've never done it at all. And sometimes it can be hard to find the right fit, especially if you're going for the Boston Marathon, because the charities are often competitive to even get into, or you might not see one that you like. So just what's some advice that either of you have for anyone who wants to start their own team? What should they be thinking about?
So I would say in terms of starting a team, what really spoke to me was kind of two things. One, doing something I was passionate about, people I care about, looking at Rich and Alyssa, the work they do, the change I've seen they make for people. So I found that to be really important. What was also really important for me, I am a social worker. I love the kind of field and the work I do, but I felt like it was really important to invest in something that didn't directly impact me. I thought, there are other people that need help, and this is a really great opportunity to kind of look to my community and say, who's being underserved, who needs help, and what can I do to make a difference? So that really spoke to me, as to kind of finding others in the community that might not have the advantages and privileges you have, and see how you can kind of help lift them up. So that's my thought. Find people that need the skills you have.
Mm-hmm. And same question to you. There's probably a lot of people out there who operate small charities, or any organization that might benefit from having a marathon team, or a charity raising team working for it. So what would you say to those people working with those charities to get their team started?
Well, that's a hard one to follow right there. She basically covered it all. The one thing that I know just from being an athlete and understanding what the real magic dust that goes over the Parkinson's place and Fight the Fitness right downstairs, is the care and the extra stuff. It's the community that we kind of build, that real tight family base that we, because without that there won't be any therapy at all. They won't be coming to us. So we have to provide that first, which is support and love and care. So. Well, with going with a marathon and something that's so hard like that, I mean, it's really important to connect to something that motivates you emotionally. That's something that, like she says, directly impacting people that she sees.
And something else I would make a pitch for, which is why Parkinson's Place really spoke to me, and I think a lot of other small charities speak to me and other people, is there are some really great big agencies that we can support. There's a lot of great charities, but I think it's always important to kind of help the little guys out, the people that don't have as big of a name, the people that people might not know about. I know when we talked about the fundraiser, one of the biggest things was just having the jerseys out there, and people stop me at every race and say, what's Parkinson's Place? And we kind of chat about it. So I think with the smaller charities, it's so twofold. You're building awareness and you're raising money, and that's a really cool opportunity.
Absolutely.
And especially if it's within your community. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Building awareness and also raising money and building a sense of community are things that I think all the charity teams in the Hub try to do. And you're doing a fantastic job with it. So congratulations. Yeah.
Thanks.
And wish you and your team the absolute best at the Providence Half Marathon and Marathon coming up at the beginning of May.
Thank you.
Yeah, it should be excellent.
All right.
Well, it's been great having you guys on the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, yeah. So everyone check out Jonna's social media. We'll put it on the link to this video, and you can go donate to her and to the Parkinson's Place team. We're going to shift gears now and take a look at our route of the week. We're going to get off the city streets and into the woods a little bit and go check out a nice run in the fells. So let's do that, and we'll finish up this episode of HubRunner TV. Welcome to another episode of HubRunner TV, where we're on the move in the Hub. Today we're running at the Fells Reservation in Winchester, Massachusetts, just 20 minutes north of Boston, 4 exits north on 93, the closest trail running to Boston. We're going to take a look at some beautiful trails today, talk about how to run them and what to expect. If you've ever thought about trail running, this is one of the best places to come. Let's go for a run. We're here at the Long Pond lot of the Fells. This is located on South Border Road in Winchester, Massachusetts. This is a great place to park and come in and start running on the Fells. Easy access to both the Skyline and Reservoir trails. So let's take a look at the trail map. And here we are, and we see that there's an east side and a west side of the park with the highway running through it. And this parking lot, South Border Road, is located right here. So we're here, and we are on the west side of the park, and we can take two major running loops from here, which are the Reservoir Trail, which is represented in orange on this map, and then you've also got the Skyline Trail, which is in white. And they're both really great to run. The Reservoir Loop is easier. It's about 6 miles, maybe 5.8, and on a scale of 1 to 10 difficulty as far as the technicality, I'd put it at about a 4. It's moderately hilly, moderately technical. You might want some trail shoes, but it's totally doable in running shoes as well. The Skyline Trail is a little bit of a beast. I'll put it right here. It's on white. It's about 8 miles long and a lot burlier. There's a lot of elevation change, and it's very technical. Roots, rocks, uneven ground. Definitely recommend trail shoes for the Skyline Trail. A good loop on the Reservoir Trail, if you're really moving pretty good, you can do it in under an hour, and 10 minutes a mile is really moving pretty well on these trails here. So under an hour for the Reservoir Loop is a really good run, and then the Skyline Loop under an hour and a half is really solid on the Skyline Loop for 8 miles. It is a tough loop. Really, even getting under 2 hours in the Skyline is solid running, but under an hour and a half is really blazing. So they're definitely involved. And what we're going to do today is we are going to take on the Skyline Loop, and we're going to run to a lookout point called Wright's Tower, which is down over here on the map. So we're going to go from up there, we're going to follow it southeast over to Wright's Tower, which has a great view of the hub, and it's a wonderful place to stop. If you're moving really well, to do this from this Long Pond lot to Wright's Tower is half an hour of hard running. That's about 11 minutes a mile. It'll take half an hour, but that's actually pretty good movement on the Skyline Trail. If you're going a little bit slower than that, it could take you about an hour to get there, an hour to get back, and if you're hiking, it's probably an hour and a half to 2 hours to get there. But we're going to try to run there in about 30 minutes and enjoy the views. So let's head up to Wright's Tower on the Skyline Trail at the Fells. This is the Skyline Trail. It's marked with white blazes all the way around. It's probably about 3,000 million of these on the way to complete a loop. All right, I've been going for about 25 minutes strong here, averaging about 11 and a half minutes a mile, which is pretty good on this trail. And the only thing standing between me and Wright's Tower is this hill here. I call this the Tower Siege Hill because it takes a big effort to finish this and get up there, but it's going to be well worth the climb. Looking forward to it. Let's go tackle it. All right, here we are at Wright's Tower. We made it up the hill. This tower is often open in the summer. You can go up there and get the nice view. Right now it's locked, but that's all right. It's still beautiful up here. Y'all ready to see the hub? I don't know if they're ready to see the hub. No, y'all ready to see the hub? I don't know if they're ready. All right, let's take a look at... Well, we made it up here to Wright's Tower, and look at this view of the hub. It's fantastic up here. Great place to catch your breath for a minute or two in the middle of your Skyline Loop, and then keep going. Check it out, more geese. So I used the Cross Fells Trail to switch over to the Reservoir Trail, and check out this view. There are beautiful reservoirs out here on the Reservoir Trail. It's nice and relaxing as you run. Beautiful place to stop and take in the scenery. Well, I just finished up the reservoir loop and I'm back where I started. This has been an amazing run today. 60 degrees, t-shirt and shorts in early March. Thanks so much for coming along with me here at the Middlesex Fells today. And as always, stay on the move in the hub. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that run through the fells. It's going to be a huge blizzard tonight, but I shot that 3 days ago on Wednesday, and it was 60 degrees. You never know what you're going to get. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching the second ever episode of HubRunner TV. If you like it, be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, all at HubRunner TV. And if you want to be on the show, you can email us at hubrunnertv@gmail.com. Signing off, I'm Seth Wolfman.
I'm Jonna Green.
All right. Thanks a lot for joining us. And as always, stay on the move in the hub.